Scorpio, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? It is time for your weekly check-in. We're going to see what's happening with you guys for the first week of November. November week 1. So I do have a special announcement to make, and I'll make it as quick as possible. But first things first, if you are in need of a personal reading, the information is in the description of this video, along with a link to my website. And the announcement is we're running our Black Friday sale all November long. We do this every year. So this year, Zoom calls, $75 off. Normally they're $100 off, but this year we already took the price down and have had the price cut lower than it normally is all year. So that's why we did 75 off instead of 100. But they're still cheaper than they were when they were 100 off, you know. So general personal readings, buy one, get one half off. And the full 3-question personal readings, 4 questions. So there's an extra question in there for free. So we're running that all November long. It ends on the 30th. You can read up more about it on my website. The link is in the description. All right, let's jump into this. Let's see how the energy's looking between Scorpio and the person they're dealing with. How's the energy looking, universe? We're going to go ahead and break out the new Christmas deck, man. Fuck it. Christmas starts in November, goddammit. How's it looking? How's it looking? Oh, High Priestess reversed. Some of you dealing with a Cancer. Hang on. Don't know what to say about that yet. Uh-oh, don't do this to me. Don't do that to me. All right, so I'm going to kind of try to work around that a little bit because I don't feel like digging all that up here tonight. And I know my OG followers don't want to hear it. I don't want to either. Codependency attachment. That's all I'm going to say about it. It almost kind of feels like closure is happening. I'm just not quite sure how. I'm not really sure how. It's not really indicating how this is happening. I'm probably going to have to dig a little bit deeper. It's not indicating whether or not the two of you are coming together and connecting, or somebody's reaching out, or maybe, hey, maybe you just woke up one day and your guide reached down and smacked you. And you woke up and said, whoa, wait a minute. Fuck this. I don't know. It's not really telling me. I am kind of inclined to believe, though, that a conversation is happening between the two of you somehow, some way. And it ends up resulting in closure. Not a love offer or a new start in love. If a love offer is made, it's being turned down. But this looks to me like you're closing this out. Closing out the karmic tie. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got to dig a little bit deeper here. I got to see what's going on. Got to dig a little bit deeper. Let's see this person's truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions. Person Scorpio dealing with. What's going on here? How do they see you? How do they feel about you? What's their energy look like in general? What kind of person are they? King of Coins. Okay. Well, the King of Coins may be a lot of things, but overflowing with love and emotion is not really one of those things. Not really. Page of Swords. I do think this person does want to talk to you. They do. Okay. Well, we got the Ace of Cups there. Well, what the fuck? This is one confusing individual you're dealing with here. And that's probably why you're coming to see me, right? So I do think this person does have feelings for you. I think they have a lot more feelings than you know. Where'd it go? Here we go. So these two cards were in the reverse in the last spread. They're in the upright now with the karmic wheel and the 10 of wands. So I think that this is weighing on them more than you know. So this is more than likely just a front. They're wanting to project the image that they don't really care while they test you to see if you care. You know? It's like, I have feelings for you, but I'm not going to show you my feelings unless you show me your feelings first. Now, before you get all giddy thinking, oh, all I got to do is tell them how I feel, you better be careful with that. Better be careful with that, because usually that's not how the situation ends up manifesting. You know, it's not. Because somebody like this comes from a place of insecurity. And when somebody who's insecure, who feels inferior, is given information that they could use to take advantage of in regards of having emotional power over you, they can't resist but to play with that and take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. They haven't let go of anything that happened in the past, so they're still holding grudges. They're still pissed off about what happened, but it's weighing on them very heavily. So if anything, they want to see how you feel. I'm just concerned that if you did tell them how you feel, they would probably try to take advantage of it and play games with you. That's my concern here. So we got the outcome, though. So it looks like closure's happening. Let's just get the advice. Got a little ahead of myself there. Let's get the advice. What's the advice? Two of Pentacles. Don't put your priorities on hold for this person. I don't know who needs to hear that. Like, basically, okay. If you don't have room for this person in your life, don't try to make room. Or if, you know how sometimes it's just the timing is off. Every time we try to do something, the timing is off. That's the universe saying no when that happens. So I cannot believe how many people are bold and brazen enough to make the arrogant statement that they met the right person at the wrong time. No, stupid ass, when the timing is off, that's the universe saying no. You know, I can't stand it when people say that shit. So if either A, you don't have room in your life for this person, or things keep coming up and it's just not convenient, don't put anything in your life aside to try to squeeze this person in. I don't know who needs to hear that. Kind of a weird message, but that's what that Two of Pentacles, that's yelling at me. Knight of Wands reversed. Okay. All right. Well, we got that karmic wheel again. It wouldn't be a very wise idea to be sexually intimate with this person. That wouldn't be very wise. I always kind of feel a little bit uncomfortable giving that advice. I mean, fuck, we're all grown adults. You're going to do what you want to do, but just understand that creates that's one of the strongest energetic ties you can create with someone. Even if it's a little fling that you give no fucks about. oh, that creates a strong energetic tie that can take a long time to untangle from. So this needs to be closed out. It said in the beginning that most of you are closing it out, but maybe for the stragglers, be careful what you let this person know about how you feel. Please be cautious and aware of intentional attempts to get an emotional reaction out of you. I don't know why that flies over some people's heads, but when you can tell somebody is testing you and pushing your emotional buttons, what they're doing is they're studying you. They're studying you. They're trying to find the chinks in your armor. They're testing your emotional buttons. They're trying to figure out how to get a grip on you so they can get what they want out of you. When you sense that somebody is pushing an emotional button, just step back. Step back. Do the best you can to keep it as calm, cool, polite. I'm not saying be rude. I mean, if you want to be rude, I guess. That shit pisses me off. I have a hard time not being rude when people do that to me. That makes me so fucking mad. But try not to. It is as hard as it can be. Try not to. This needs to be closed out. If you attempt reconciliation, it will repeat the cycle. But I'm not going to tell you not to do that. I'm not going to tell you that. Because at the end of the day, you're better off repeating a cycle than walking away from someone just because I told you to. That's not going to do you any good. It's not going to do you no good. Because if you just walk away from them because I told you to, how are you going to avoid that situation in the future with the next person? You won't. You're going to continue repeating that cycle and that experience until you're able to look at the situation and tell yourself, I deserve better than that. If you can close this out and release it, a lot of you have blessings coming in for 2026. But it all depends on the energetic pathway you take. All right, let's shift gears now and let's look and see how it's looking between you and your love interest. Grab a deck I haven't used in a minute. What's happening between Scorpio and their love interest, universe? First week in November. Anything good happening? Anything bad happening? Anything happening at all? Ten of Swords reverse, so you're not giving up on this. Oh shit, what's this? What is that? So, okay, this is strange. It's telling me that something rather unsatisfactory is happening between the two of you. I don't know what this is all about, but I don't know, those of you who don't know anything about the tarot, this is one card that we don't want. Sudden, abrupt, and unexpected change. And most of the time, it's very unpleasant change. But you're still not giving up on this. Some kind of drama or something is popping off here. But you're still not wanting to give up on this. Somebody's exploring other options here. You just refuse to give up on this, don't you? Refuse. Okay. Well. Okay, some of you dealing with a Taurus. I have Aries, and that's it. Nope, I got Cancer here. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. All right. Let's see how they feel about you and what their energies and intentions are. Thank you, Draco, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. Let's see their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions. What's this person's truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? Doesn't really look like they care enough to overcome whatever blockage is between the two of you. And of course, there's still something from the past they're hung up on. I try to steer around that, but every time I read a new connection or a potential new connection, the past comes up. Every time, like clockwork. Luckily, though, that was the only past card that came out in this spread, but that's a past connection there. But, so here's the question. What is the blockage here? There's some sort of blockage, and blockages aren't intrinsically indicative of something that you shouldn't be doing. Not intrinsically. I mean, there's probably going to be some sort of blockage with anybody that you connect with. The question is, what is it? And are we both willing to work to overcome it? Right? Like those of you new to my channel who never heard my story, when I met my divine life partner, we lived 1,000 miles apart. 1,000 miles apart. A week later, we met up halfway in Salt Lake City. 3 weeks later, we both left our lives behind, got rid of everything we owned, and came together and started off living in hotels together. In the first month, boom. 1,000 miles? Is that a blockage? Yeah. But do we want it bad enough? That's the question. So what's the blockage here? Is it maybe long distance for some of you? Or another really common one that I see a lot is conflicting work schedules. I see that one a lot. Whatever the blockage is, we both have to be ready and willing to overcome whatever blockage is coming between the two of us. And if we're not, it ain't gonna go nowhere. It ain't gonna go nowhere. And I don't really think this person wants to overcome the blockage. Or it's just not really worth it. Not worth it enough for them to overcome this blockage. Does that make sense? Not really. So like, for example, if it's a conflicting work schedule, well, somebody's either going to have to find another job or ask the boss for a different shift. They ain't trying to do all that. Or maybe it's long distance. Well, I'm not leaving my life behind. Nope, I'm not comfortable enough to leave my life behind. Absolutely not. All right, well, let's get the advice. What is the best advice for my Scorpio friends? Moon card. I'm going to try to get something different. A lot of people are getting the same advice for these situations. Star card reversed. Well, first of all, monitor the frequency and monitor the energy between the two of you. I don't really have a way around this. I don't really have a way around this. Most people are getting the same advice. It's time to have that conversation. Are we fucking doing this or are we not? We got to have that conversation. Are we doing this or are we not? One thing that's blown my mind since I started doing the general personal readings is how many people have a love interest that knows that they're interested. I went into it thinking that if you have a love interest, they either don't know how you feel or they just don't have a very good idea of how you feel. And if they do know that you're interested, you ain't been dealing with them very long, maybe a couple of weeks, couple of months at the max. The overwhelming majority, 9 out of 10 personal readings I do for the current love interest, do they know you're interested? Yes. How long have you been dealing with them? Months, 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, a year. Every now and then I'll see 2 years. It's like, whoa, what are we doing here? We got to have a conversation. We gotta find out where the hell this is going, dude. Because if they're just stringing you along, that means they want to string you along. If they haven't said or done anything to make this official, they don't want to. And pretty much so far for the past few weeks, when it comes to your love interest, most people are getting the same advice because we're cleaning house right now. The last quarter of the year is going to be time to either clear the path for a new energetic pathway in 2026 or drag that energy into 2026 and pretty much have a repeat of 2025. So I wouldn't let this go past Thanksgiving if I was you. I would not. And I know some of you are dealing with a situation that I said I wouldn't let go past Halloween if I was you. Hopefully not. Hopefully this is a different situation, but you don't want to let somebody string you along. If you let people do what they want, they'll show you what they want. And when they show you what they want, believe them. If they're stringing you along, knowing you want to be with them, that means they want to string you along. They don't want to be with you. Right? I know it's hurtful, dude. It's hurtful. You all know my all-time favorite love and relationship quote, right? If they really want you, you'll know. If they're not that into you, you'll be confused. Man, you know when I heard that, that changed the course of my whole fucking path. My whole path. Anytime I found myself dealing with somebody confusing, I had to walk away. And it was hurtful as fuck. It's not an easy path. The path that serves your highest good is not the easy path. Sometimes you got to make some hard decisions that you don't want to make. All right, this person's showing me that they don't care. So as bad as I want this person, I have to walk away. But I tell you one thing, I bypassed and avoided so much meaningless nonsense and unnecessary bullshit. Walked away from some connections that tore me to pieces to walk away from, but I made a beeline straight towards my divine life partner. So, I guess take that information and do with it what you will. All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Scorpio family needed to hear. So, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is all down here in the description. All right. Oh, yeah. My Black Friday sale is running all month long. $75 off Zoom calls. Buy one, get one half off general personal readings. And a free extra question on to the full personal readings. So 4 questions for the price of 3. All month long. That'll go on until the 30th. Yeah. And then it ends December 1st. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.